Woo!
Hello and welcome back to the international 3 group stages, or preliminaries if you want to call them that. We have Mufc, the team with no wins so far in the group stage, in Group A that we're in right now, facing up against Fnatic, the top dog of Group A. So you can call it David versus Goliath, though at the start of this group stage that would not be the term that we would use for these two teams. And we're gonna see if Fnatic can take the game again. They go for Dragonite and Weaver again. Of course, with me again is Beatus. Welcome back.
Greetings and salutations, Dota fan.
See what you did there?
Darkseer, first pick. To me, I'm hoping. Fingers crossed MUFC gets Darkseer combo this game. I don't care which, I just want a combo and some team fight. Nice.
That's a combination.
They got a good team fight carry in Gyrocopter. Please follow it up with more team fight MUFC, please. Because they've had no success at all trying to run ganking lineups. It is not a playstyle that works for them. Meanwhile, Fnatic going back to what does work for them. Same bans as last time, taking out the Alchemist and OD, two very powerful teams that are very prominent in both the Western and Eastern scene. They got the DK for Hani again. They got the Weaver for Error or Trixie.
Again.
I have to note that it is for one of the two because Trixie did play a lot of Weaver yesterday apparently, according to his tweets. Chen banned out this time by MUFC in the second phase. MUFC had choice of side or pick. They chose to go with Dire. Fnatic this game chose second pick again in the first game. I believe Fnatic also chose second pick, which they definitely did. So we've got the same side, same pick order in game 2.
The Chen already banned out. That's something that Fnatic cannot get their hands on anymore. We still have a Visage in the pool. Got banned out in the second banning phase previous game, with the lifestealer now removed from the pool. And sorry for cat sounds.
And Cat's going crazy.
It's not really crazy, it's just... okay, maybe crazy. There's still a visit ban. So far, a very similar draft from the previous game, to be fair.
Yep, Nyx banned out again by Fnatic. Or, Nyx was actually banned out in the first phase last time by MUFC.
True. Because
Era Nyx is something that happens a lot and something that he excels on. Then again, Era this whole tournament has just been going off and playing out of his mind amazing.
No matter which hero.
Yep.
Previous game, of course, Weaver. Worked out good for Fnatic. I mean, a 20-minute win. That was our fastest win so far. I know that some other teams had faster, or sorry, other casters had faster games.
But that was a stomp.
That was a stomp.
Don't
Previous game was a stomp as well.
But yeah.
So hopefully for MUFC they won't get stomped. I mean, they haven't had that many stomps. I mean, they lost all games, but they haven't been any stomps. Apart from this one. Well, apart from the second game from Na'Vi, perhaps as well.
Yeah, they've had some one-sided affairs that did not go their way. Hopefully, when they had team fight earlier, say it again, against Na'Vi, they were in the game. They had their chances to win, but they just crumbled under the unrelenting pressure from Na'Vi. So let's see if they can get some team fight this game and play well against Fnatic's pressure. THD is still available. He's a very strong hero when paired with Darkseer and Gyrocopter. And Shadow Demon's the pickup for Fnatic. Shadow Demon's a hero that owns Gyrocopter in lane. Because if you cast Disruption while Rocket Barrage is active, it puts it on cooldown, or well, it just cancels out the Rocket Barrage. It's no longer active. And if you disrupt him and then initiate on him, those images are going to be there, tanking up the Rocket Barrage damage. So Shadow Demon's just one of the best, if not the best, support against the Gyro in lane.
Yeah, let's see what MUFC has to say about that Shadow Demon pick. I mean, we already said we want them to get more AoE things. I would like to see Winter playing Queen of Pain. Because
Winter playing that solo mid now, huh?
Yes, but he has done that before.
True.
Also for official matches. I would really, and that game that we saw, I don't know if it wasn't yesterday, right? Did we see Queen of Pain Winter yesterday?
I don't remember.
Okay, well, if
all these games, like, they start to blend together.
I know.
Except for the few standout ones, like the Na'Vi game stand out. That first Fnatic game stands out. And the Liquid game 2 stands out
Yes, from
in
yesterday,
my
the
mind.
one that is
Yep.
100 or 1 hour and 28 minutes long in my thoughts. But yeah, I mean, Winter, Queen of Pain, I saw that a while back in an official match that they had, and Winter was just dominating on that one. And one thing that we saw in the previous game was FC playing one of his signature heroes. He played a Templar Assassin up against a Dragon Knight of Hani. Hani being a very good Dragon Knight, but FC didn't really look very comfortable on his Templar Assassin. And Queen of
Yep,
Pain, of
it's
course,
true.
Queen of Pain was banned out by Fnatic in the previous game. So I am hoping that MUFC get a chance now to pick it up in the next 2 picks. They go for Beastmasters. Still quite
Hey,
nice.
more team fight.
More team fight.
I'm hoping it's a mid Beastmaster actually because they already have. Well, they already have Darkseer, so that's probably their offlaner. But they could technically Darkseer mid and offlane Beast, but offlane Beast doesn't usually get enough experience to have an impact on the game. And you need your basic amount of farm on Beastmaster so you can definitely have an impact. You also want him to be able to build somewhat tanky. That way he can stay alive in the fights because his aura is so good.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, previous game we saw Fnatic having a very solid bottom lane. They were able to push down towers very early on. Are you expecting MUFC to maybe try and make a difference to that one? To indeed put someone bottom to try and stop that from happening? Because I mean, I'm fearing that the same thing will happen again. Of course, Chen is banned out this game.
Yep.
But you can't
They
have
banned out
Enchantress.
some of the. And Chen is there, true, but it depends on what Fnatic picks because Fnatic has the option of aggressive tri-laning with their Weaver and with the Shadow Demon because of how good Shadow Demon is against the Gyro. And I think Fnatic's gonna finish up their support duo with this pick, so I'll have to see what they choose to go with. And Lena, so that's an aggressive duo.
And
Not much
that's saying
defense.
like you played Shadow Demon Lina previous game, weren't able to win with it. We'll show you how it's done. I would be like it would be maybe slightly bad mannered for Fnatic to now pick up a Slardar.
Bad mannered for them to not do it.
No, bad mannered to pick it up.
I think they're playing to win and they're not thinking about
True.
things like this.
True. I do though. I'm a caster.
I think you're trying to make something out of nothing here.
5 seconds remaining.
Well,
Next thing you know, you'll be talking about how 3 of their 4 heroes so far have red portraits and how you're looking for the full house to pop up if they get a bluish one to pair up with a Weaver.
yes. That too. This time was you that
Anyway.
said that. By the way,
MUFC needs to pick up a support here. I'm looking at THD, maybe Disruptor, but Disruptor would actually work too against the Weaver.
how strong do you think that the chances, not anymore anyway, actually. A lot of solo targets still by MUFC, so people that are wanting to
Yeah.
have a Meepo, I think that's not gonna happen. You get a
Yeah,
war and a feed script?
I definitely don't think that's gonna happen. I don't really understand this draft though, because they started out with 2 very strong AoE heroes in Gyrocopter and Darkseer. You typically want an AoE slow or stun to go with that because it's hard to get a strong Gyrocopter ult vacuum them into it. Just because of the delay on Gyro's ult.
Yeah.
You typically pair it with a stun. THD is perfect for that.
They
That
can still
just
pick
holds
up
them
THD.
in place. Yeah, they could, but then they follow that up with 2 single target
10 seconds
heroes in
remaining.
Beastmaster with Roar and Bane with
5
Fiend's Grip,
seconds remaining.
and even Brain Sap and Enfeeble. Everything about Bane is single target. It's just it's a little confusing to me that they don't really have like a clear direction with their draft or clear objectives with it either.
Fnatic's turn to
Meepo
pick.
banned out by MUFC. That respect for No-Tail. And
A
Timbersaw's choice.
Timbersaw for Fnatic. We've seen Timbersaw banned out and picked up before.
We definitely have. I don't really like Timbersaw in the situation because with a Bane Gyro, that's a setup that can kill Timbersaw if he's offlane. With a DK on their team, they can't put Timbersaw mid because DK needs to be mid. And with a Darkseer on MUFC's
10
team,
seconds
Timbersaw if he's safe lane will get crushed by Darkseer. So
5
I don't think he really fits here. And Leshrak's gonna be the final pick from MUFC. And again, I don't like that. THD is available. He's so much better with their lineup than Leshrak. Lesh is still strong. He offers that push potential. but THD is so strong. Why no THD?
Well, I think for MUFC it's important to not lose the lanes, because if they do, that Dragon Knight is still gonna be pushing down your towers very fast.
THD isn't quite as strong as Leshrac in lane, but in game he's like 10 times stronger. So, I mean, I don't know, I feel like I'm harping on MUC a little bit too much here, but
Well,
I just see THD being so good for them, and I'm disappointed that they didn't pick it up. Maybe they just don't have a player that likes that hero.
it could be. I believe Ling does play it though, but maybe prefers the Leshrac. I mean, it's still a pretty solid trial lane, to be fair. You've got yourself the Nightmare followed up by the Split Earth. You got the Rocket Barrage there as well.
Look at this. And they're doing an off-lane Weaver. They're doing Hani playing the mid-timber saw. And they're doing a safe lane free farm DK.
I like it. Going
So
crazy, I
Fnatic
like it.
is changing up a little bit. To sum up who's playing the two supports, it's going to be No Tail playing the Shadow Demon, which he has 450 gold. He only bought wards. He wants to see if anyone's in the lane before he buys regen. Otherwise, he's just going to go boots first, which is a really aggressive play, and I actually really like that. They also don't have sentries on Lina. Lina saved up 200 gold because if no one's down here, he might just bring a smoke, and with that boots first on No Tail, because there's not going to be anyone down here, they can play super aggressive ganking Dota.
That's
Yep,
Boots.
there's a smoke already. They
Boots
dropped
and
the lane where
smoke.
they don't see anyone. Boots and smoke picked up. Aggressive play coming from Fnatic. I really like that. That is clever play coming from their supports. And I've seen some players, like I've seen Fluff do similar things. Fear, when he played support with us, would always wait on buying sentries to see if he had any opposition down here, to instead buy faster boots or items like smoke or extra regen if
The
need be,
battle begins.
etc. So I like this play coming out from Fnatic. I think they're going to be able to get themselves an early first blood on this Beastmaster that's solo mid. If you want to run down the lineup from MUFC.
Yeah, we have got Huntress player, or Scrutinized, or WTF, playing the Gyrocopter. We've got Ling on the Leshrac. Winter will play the Bane for this game. In the mid lane we have FCFC again, this time on the Beastmaster. We'll have a tough time up against that Timbersaw, I think. And on the offlane slash jungle we'll have Too Fucking Good, or TFG, right now called ABC. So that's everybody of MUFC on the dire side. They've got free farm on their Gyrocopter. Weaver has been taking sanctuary in the jungle for now. Tracy able to farm some small camps. And I think it's only a matter of time before we have No 2 and Fly roaming around, maybe waiting for the level 2. But that's gonna be, I think, the start of the action. Until then, Honey and FCFC will just exchange blows, but not really kill each other off.
Yeah, but Nera, once again, when Nera's on a safe lane that he thinks is going to be free farming, he starts off with the Ringer Protection, builds that into a Basilius. That way his team has the option of pushing early. Step Bassi, I'll always say it helps so much with early pushes. And Nera's getting extremely low down here.
I was gonna say, like, this is awkward.
He was cutting that close. Tanking creep waves at your tower without a shield definitely hurts.
Yes, it does.
And that's all of his regen gone.
Oh, luckily he has supports around him. Actually, not lucky, because the supports, they went greedy, so they don't have that much regen going for them. But he should be still safe. I mean, as you said, there's just nobody there. What we saw, of course, previous game was that at some point Fnatic indeed started to push down on the tier 1 tower. And then they smoked up behind the tier 1 tower to see if anybody came around. We can have the same thing again, and this time Darkseer is one that probably goes down bottom to defend earlier than a Batrider would. Of course, he can just put up Iron Shells and hope to be safe. So we'll see if he tries to go for that, if Fnatic tries to go for that same thing again. As in the meantime, stacks and pools done by MUFC on the top lane as well. But we do have the first smoke used. Fly and No Tail going for it. Level 2 for them both.
If the rune was picked up by Beastmaster, was secured by the Darkseer, who stacked the medium camp and went over to check the rune. Did get an illusion, so the smoke is a viable option right now. And yeah, No Tail's ping, he knows which one is real. 100%. They're going in, this is probably going to be first blood.
Yep, there comes the disruption. Light Striker ready to follow up. World Death, and that is FC trying to run for it, but no such chance. Fly with the first blood on his Lina.
First blood.
Perfectly executed. Textbook game.
Yeah, much earlier first blood than last game.
Yes.
And having those boots on Shadow Demon made that so easy for them to execute. And now they're going to rotate up top because look at MUFC, they're going for a push. Edict gets popped, instant glyph response. Standard from Fnatic, you want to wait until that Edict's popped so it's damage gets absorbed and it's on cooldown.
Might be in a little bit of trouble there. Those boots for no-tail, not going to be in time though for disruption. At least the tower is defended.
They're 2 versus 3, so they don't want to overcommit. Where's this Weaver at? Weaver's actually pulling bottom and getting some farm down here. So, yeah, he's going to go buy a TP scroll now to be able to get to top in case action happens. But, oh, and Darkseer, seeing the supports top, he rotates bottom as well.
It puts down some mine
He's going to stack Ancients, I hope, and then go check the rune.
Yeah, Trixie's actually rotated back on the top lane to try and get some farm that's pushing in. And of course with that, is going to be able to defend the tower as well. We're still having pools done by MUFC. It's a single pool though. And we have got a rotation from No-Tail and Fly again. This time, no smoke. And this time they won't get a kill. And actually Beastmaster was checking the rune, doesn't get it. It is the invisibility rune that gets picked up by the Darkseer, who needed to pick it up. Because otherwise, Hani would have...
Hani. Yep.
Yep. And there's a smoke again for Fnatic.
That's probably going to be going straight towards Beastmaster. And who this time he has boots. So he might be able to escape. We'll have to wait and see. There is no detection to check for this Darkseer, by the way. So this Invis is going to let him put a lot of harass on Era, and also let him get some experience on bottom lane. Although Era is doing a good job of denying to make sure he doesn't get CS design shells.
Yeah, still, he's only 1 level behind Era at the moment.
Oh no! Fnatic's going for it.
Yeah.
Darkseer pop. Oh, they
Sentry
got
Ward's still there. That should be Darkseer dead. Breath fire there from Era with the kill. Nicely done.
I should have checked the chicken because when they got the sentries, or they got the smoke rather, they also bought sentries because they saw the Invis rune get picked up, and they baited TFG into playing a little bit cocky. Meanwhile, this top lane.
Oh, and we're gonna have Weaver, Nightmare. In comes the Split Earth. Rocket Barrage there as well, and that should be Trixie. That with the Brain Sap helping out Ling in the end with the kill. Yep. TP still comes in from
and
Lina,
with
but
Edict, this tower's dead. Trixie doing what he does best in feeding away a kill. Leshrac actually taking that tower from Gyro. That is, that's not what you want to do.
Oh,
you want to try to let your carry get as much as you can.
Well, he got and the tower and the kill, by the way, so that's a rich Leshrac. In the meantime, a very big dive from Hani, by the way. Wants to go for FC. In comes the Roar, though. In comes the TP as well. Ling with the follow-up Split Earth. Era, he does have 2 levels in that reactive armor. Doesn't have a Timber Chain, though, so that Edict is still going to hurt quite a bit. In comes No-Tail. Disruption to help him keep Hani safe for a little while longer, because Winter just wants to get something going. He doesn't have mana for Brain Sap. Can, of course, just hit, but at this point, Hani, I think he's home safe. It looks to be home safe. Brain Sap's still there. Running for his life from the other side. Here comes Huntress player, but Hani, he is gonna get the haste rune, and that is one very happy Timber Saw. And actually, no, he's going back. He's got mana, he's got chakram, he's got a full bottle. They're looking to try and make something happen.
There's not even a stun on Lush.
Oh, wow, Hani!
Hani Dota right there. The initial Whirling Death. Okay, Whirling Death is a 50% all stat loss. When he got that on Bane, Bane no longer had mana for Brain Sap or Sleep. So that's what initially saved him, that Whirling Death stat loss.
Oh my god.
Then he just gets the haste, then 2 heroes low HP group together, and he's like, hey,
double
free
kill.
money for me.
Yep, 2-0 for 1. That's a worthy change or chase around. I mean, he got chased for a long time there, but worth it.
That's just the power of reactive armor. Plus, he had a salve still from the landing phase.
Yeah, and that
now
haste rune, of
arcane
course.
boots up.
I mean, the haste rune kind of saves his life in a little bit. He now has a point in Timber Chain, though, so we'll have more escape possibilities next time, apart from just running for it.
Yep.
3 heroes bottom lane. Looks like FC wants to use his Roar on the bottom lane. Wants to go for Era from the tree line. He gets it. Split Earth. Edict. That's going to be Era dead. Nicely done. In comes TP, so they want to try to make something happen. Light Striker Ray does not hit. No-Tail looks for a disruption. Finds it. Up on FC. Soul Catcher there as well. The supports incoming as well. FC tries to TP himself out, but no. Can't do. That's going to be a kill for the Weaver. Surge up for TFG. He should be TPing himself out. We'll be able to do that in safety. It's still a trade going the way of MUFC, I think. I mean, shutting down Era is quite nice.
killing down the free farming carry is always a good decision. And Era has a Helm of Iron Wolf, so he's either going into a Dominator and Ancient stacking, or he's going into an Armlet, an aggressive mid game play. Either way, it's good to shut down the free farming carry.
Yep. And that's going to be another roar on cooldown as well, of course. It's going to be off cooldown in 30 seconds. FC, he needs to be trying to get that to be basically his kill cooldown. Every time he has a roar, he needs to get a kill going. Because now he's... I mean, that was the only kill that he's been involved in so far. He's died 3 times, so 3 of the 5 kills that are done by Fnatic are on him. And, I mean, he needs to be making sure that there is a reason, like, he shows a reason why Beastmaster is picked up in this game.
Yeah.
Those skills
Beastmaster is one of those heroes that has to be very active.
Yeah.
That was a good rotation from them to bottom. Right now their bottom tower is getting pressured with DK's ultimate. Supports are finally down here with him. Supports are low on mana though.
Yep.
So that's something to consider. Ling is here. See if any other TPs are up.
Well, we have got actually 2 people coming from the river. No Fiend Script just yet, but a Nightmare can set something up, and he gets disrupted first. Soul Catcher up on no-till. Soul Catcher up on no-till, but it doesn't matter. FC was actually with the Soul Catcher, but oh well.
And no-till there, he's just like, okay,
I'm dead.
you guys are gonna get one. I'm gonna let you get me. You're not gonna get my DK or my Lina. I'm gonna run straight into you, and you're gonna use your abilities to kill me. And that's exactly what happened.
Still 4 heroes on
Meanwhile,
this bottom lane though.
Yep. Honey's got a TP. He can use it to defend bottom here. No-till does TP in first.
And they know that they don't have to deal with the roar.
No-till gets a catch, about 2 points in Surge. TFG is able to get himself away, and Fly wasn't close enough to follow up with the Dragon Slave, or Slate Strike Array anyway. Trixie's Weaver picks up Shreds. He's done a nice job of catching up. He's level 7 now. Good deny on that bottom tower. That's what their response got them. Ancients being stacked up.
Mufc.
Yep.
Of course, 1 tower already down on the side of Fnatic, so making the towers in favor of MUFC because of that very deny. I like it. In the meantime, on the top lane, we have Trixie still farming. He got some freedom with everybody rotating and all that stuff. He's doing quite okay for having such a poor start. Of course, he went into the jungle, and as a Weaver, you can't really do that much. So he is actually sitting higher on net worth than the Beastmaster, and that says something. Of course, Beastmaster did die 3 times, but he's still a solo mid Beastmaster.
Yep. You never want your solo mid to die, or to be this poor in the game. He's buying a lot of support items. He's got a smoke on him. He's got dust on him. He really wants to get this kill on Weaver up here, using Roar.
Does he have enough damage? Maybe he does with an Iron Shell there.
I think they need a double Iron Shell. Or actually, no, Trixie's kind of low. They could maybe do it with 1.
It's gonna be close though. Okay, maybe one split second, and it's gonna be Talons. There's the dust. Here comes the roar. Still, Iron Shell is there. Axis will fly. It's the kill. Beastmaster with the last hit with his Axis FC, making it happen. And those are the kind of kills that should be happening all the time. In the meantime, in the middle lane, the cooldown comes down. World Death will make sure that Hani forces everybody else back. They did lose their Weaver though. Sorry, their Leshrac. MUFC lost their Leshrac.
Yeah, that would be something if MUFC lost their Weaver.
Twice. Got one on top and lost one.
Oh god.
Bottom. Never mind.
It is going to be Armlet, the choice coming out from Era's DK. It's a very aggressive mid-game oriented item for him. I was thinking he might go into a Dominator to clean up some Ancient stacks, but Ancients are being stacked anyway, and you don't necessarily need a Dominator to clean it up. It just helps for being able to continuously stack it yourself and not rely on your supports to be over there.
Actually, at
but this
point,
game, both teams have heroes that are good at killing Ancient stacks. There's Gyrocopter and there's DK with rank 2 ult. So if you're in Fnatic's shoes, you want to be a little bit careful about this and making sure that it's not scattered out.
Yeah, I mean, both teams also have lost their tier 1 towers. Now for MUFC, that's actually a bit more scary for their Ancient stack. Tier 1 for mid for Fnatic gonna be the one to take down for MUFC to get some more control over that Ancient stack, but that could actually be potentially very scary to lose all that gold, because they need that on their Gyrocopter. So far, Fnatic has got 2 heroes very high on that net worth, both their Timbersaw and their Dragonite, sitting at a comfortable 5k gold. The only one that's able to keep up is the Gyrocopter of MUFC, and so far, I mean, he's still a little bit behind even. He's still 500 gold behind those 2. So he needs those Ancients.
And the fact that Trixie is relatively even with his Darkseer, a hero that's able to jungle very efficiently, but even in experience and pretty much gold, is a credit to how experienced he is as an offlaner. Item build's coming up. Hani's working into a Bloodstone here,
Dire's middle tower
and everyone
is under
from
attack.
Fnatic is grouping up mid to take down this tower. They really want to commit to this.
Yeah, we've seen this in the previous game. When their items are up, when their levels are up. 5-man Dota time. In comes Aurora though, looking for one. Finds it on No-Tail. Dragon Tail already up on the Darkseer there. Light Strike Array up on 2. And that is gonna be a double kill for Fly's Lina. Down goes the Gyro. Winter in a lot of trouble. Down goes Winter as well. No real chance for him to stay alive. That's a team wipe right there. Double kill for Era. Double kill for Fly. And Trixie with one single kill. They only lost Shadow Demon. The poor guy. But nice fight for Fnatic once again, and this will allow them to push down even more towers.
If they roared the Shadow Demon, that way Shadow Demon wouldn't be able to disrupt the roared target. They they followed up with a call down that everyone of Fnatic was on the outskirts of, but didn't actually get hit by it. And No-Tail even disrupted himself to further prolong his life. And they committed everything to just killing the Shadow Demon, and weren't able to kill anyone else on Fnatic. Once again, the execution isn't quite there for Mufc in these fights.
Unfortunately for them, that is indeed the case. They lose 2 towers of that. Tier 1 and Tier 2. And for now, I mean, the Dire side...
They're smoking up right now. They've got Fiend's Grip, they want to get a kill.
Well, let's see if they can get it, though. They are, I mean, the way they're going, there's not really anybody of Fnatic inside the jungle, maybe apart from Era. Well, actually, if they get Era, that's worth it. That's very worth
And
it.
Hani chose to go for Bloodstone while keeping his Arcane Boots instead of disassembling them for the Soul Booster. He ended up buying a second energy booster.
Oh, Era, Roar, in comes the Split Earth. No Fiend Script needed for that one. Era will die.
Yep. They committed a bunch, but that's a much needed kill for them.
Yeah.
And hopefully they can convert this into a tower.
And that's going to be helping for them because they need some gold back. I mean, they need some gold back up for their core items so far. Not really having those. FCFC just has those mana boots and a bottle. Hani comes in though, and he is pretty tanky right now. He just walks into his tower knowing that there's 5 heroes around there. His team is close by. But him showing his face and being so cocky means that Mufc realizes, you know what, he's not alone. We back off. We run.
Yep, and a smoke coming up from No-Tail and Fly on Melina. Meanwhile, Trixie is just doing his thing. He's beating away at this top tower. He's got a Ring of Aquila for that Bastiora. And he's going to commit to this. Leshrac comes up, not able to deny the tower, doesn't even attempt it. Fiend's Grip though on
Nice, does
Trixie.
Fiend's Grip. Is there enough damage is the question? He cancelled Time Lapse. Split Earth is still going to be there. Edict there as well. Time Lapse. That's going to be Trixie running away. He should be able to live with that. Not enough damage.
Yep. The stun from Leshrac was a little bit too early there. And that is what allowed Trixie to get away before the
Oh.
brain sap went off.
Support combination finds themselves. Hunter's player. Laguna Blade gets used. In the meantime, Timbersaw gets a kill upon the Darkseer. FC not able to save his teammate. And can't really do anything against Honey walking around here being all cocky and stuff. Look at the damage from the Chakram alone. I mean, it's a level 13 Timbersaw, so he has got a level 2 on Chakram. There's a Beastmaster that was up against him. He's level 9. Level difference is insane right now. Level 9 is the highest level for Mufc. Level 9 to level 6 they are, while for Fnatic they have 3 or 4 heroes that are level 9 and higher. That's just sad.
Yep. Fnatic is on a roll.
They are. I don't think it's gonna be a 20-minute GG though. I mean, Mufc, they still got some fighting power in them.
Oh boy. You know a team's in bad shape when you're saying, at least it's not a 20-minute loss. Anyway, I do think there's a small chance for MFC to come back into this game. They're coming up the top to defend this tower against Era's push. Era's DK form of course is on cooldown right now. He's working towards the BKB, and his farm got accelerated a lot by the ancient stack that he took out. Meanwhile, while they're all top, Trixie has rotated his way down to bottom. He's working towards the Lincolns eventually, but he's looking to just continue being annoying with split push and trying to keep MUC split up and not grouped up as 5.
And they're gonna lose their tier 2 tower though, MUFC is. That's gonna be their last outer tower that was still standing. And MUFC not even making a move to try and defend it. They can't. I mean, you said they still have a chance to take this game. How do you think they should
Small
handle
chance.
this? But that small chance, what is that small chance?
Just a team fight or strong base defense, leading to a really good team fight that goes in their favor. If they can get like a Leshrac stun after the vacuum on 3 or 4 heroes, followed up with a call down at the same time. You know, axes flying through. They've got a lot of AoE damage. I don't think they're gonna be able to take out Hani anytime soon though. He's got his Bloodstone completed now.
He is so janky.
He also picked up a cloak. Yeah, that hero is so hard to kill. You know, 4-step up on Lina.
Yeah.
No Tail has an urn.
Hani hasn't died yet a single time. He's 3-0-6. He's been in 9 out of the 13 kills, and he's gonna be finding a lot of people there.
He's just running around. He's just saying hi. He's like, yeah, you can use your abilities to me. I'm not gonna die anyway.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
FC was actually thinking about throwing out a roar on him. Would have been a big mistake because they wouldn't have been able to have the damage to kill him down in time.
Look at Hani. He's just messing around right now, having fun. Timber chains.
With the regen rune. Here comes the chakram as well. Now the regen rune drops. But that's... Oh, actually, wow, they still had one tier 2 tower standing. My bad. Well, then this is their last tier 2 tower that goes down. Because MFC is not planning on defending this.
Fnatic with BKB on air could go for Roche. They could also use this ult to try and pressure the base. Probably just gonna be Roche though.
Maybe seeing if they can bait something out from MFC, finding someone out of position, but MFC is not showing their faces, so that's Roche indeed.
Beast is still level 9, doesn't have the rank 3 pets yet, so it doesn't have a Hawk with very good vision. MFC has to know what's going down. Let's see if they feel like contesting this Roche. It looks like Gyrocopter wants to keep farming. He does have a BKB completed though, which is nice for him. Other items, there's Urn on Leshrac. The Darkseer is still working towards his mech. He's about 700 gold away from completing it because he chose to go for Arcane Boots plus Bottle. Usually what Darkseer players do is they tend to get Bottle or Soul Ring and then go straight into the mech, then get their other mana regen item, whether it's Arcane Boots or a later Soul Ring. Because you really need 2 on Darkseer, and to spam out Iron Shells and be aggressive with them. Meanwhile, Beastmaster has Arcane Boots for himself, and Bottle and Magic Wand, and 1,000 gold, and the Bane has Arcane Boots for himself.
Nope. And everybody of MUFC is gonna look to go back middle, because that's where Fnatic is gonna make a stand. Let's see how long they last. I mean, they've got a lot less regen compared to last game. No heals, no mechanisms, no Hands of Gods. Well, actually, no mechanisms. Am I saying that right? Yeah, no mechanisms.
But Hani can just face tank towers.
Yeah.
Just be like, hi, do damage.
That's pretty
Hani's
sick.
got an Aegis on top of that. The ult is about to be up for air though. That'll help to push down the tower on the next creep wave.
Yeah, his Enfeeble is also almost dropping as well.
The next wave is also gonna have a siege creep, which is even more help pushing down this tier 3.
Let's see how far they can get. Flak Cannon is up again in 9 seconds, so will be used to try and push them out again.
And Hani is just throwing out Timber Chains on nothing because why not? Here comes a Gyro ult and a Leshrac stun to help turtle it off.
But now the cooldown is on cooldown.
Yep.
That's a. I mean, it's
Ares
a short
just
cooldown.
getting poisoned on the tower repeatedly. To just slowly knock it down.
He did get missed though.
This he did.
Well, Hani is pretending to timber chain some of the trees here. There he goes. Goes for the chakram. FC gets forced away. That allows his team to actually go in on the other side. They catch out Ling. Laguna Blade used for that one. Trixie getting forced back. BKB turned on by Arrow, looking for a target. Gets roared. But no follow-up. Just a defensive roar. Hani way up in this base. Brains up there. He might be in some trouble. He still has a timber chain. Doesn't find a tree and will end up dropping with the sages. In the meantime, the rest of the fight going on the other side where Darkseer actually dropped. Hani now able to get himself onto the other side. Still gets Fiend's Grip, but gets Force Staff into safety. So no follow-up there. Look at those HPs from Fnatic. Very low. Not backing off just yet, though.
Well, 4 players from MMC were dealing with Hani's Timbersaw. Darkseer ran and got a good vacuum wall off, but he didn't have a team with him. They were all dealing with the Timbersaw that was in their face. In their face and in their base.
Yep. I mean, they still got the Aegis out of that, but they lost the tier 3 tower. They didn't get anybody off Fnatic in the end, even though everybody dropped quite low.
Yep. And they lost 2 from their team.
Yeah, and use the Fiend script, use the roar, use the cooldown, use everything. Darkseer wall, you name it, it was there. Alright.
And Fnatic's starting to back out right now, despite all the cooldowns being there for MUFC. TFG is surging, doesn't really look for anyone. He's just gonna help push out the wave. He really wants to finish that mechanism. He's 400 gold away. Heart being worked on by Honey's Timbersaw.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, they managed to burn through my Aegis because they tanked their fountain, basically. Let me get some more HP.
It's I mean that brain sap still hurts quite a bit, being pure damage. So some HP is nice. They almost killed him. Doesn't want to have that happen again. I don't blame him, but yeah, he is quite filthy rich right now. Weaver doing a good job as well. He's now 3rd highest on net worth, actually a bit higher than the gyrocopter is right now, and looking pretty solid.
I thought Trixie was gonna go into a link and said he made a hood. Wanting to tank up against the magic damage. His physical damage isn't a threat. Get Gyro's items, all he has is BKBs and phase. He's working towards Yasha. He actually has it now, but he still doesn't have that much physical damage yet to worry about.
Yeah, and look at this Lina, by the way. Fly, he's got a 4-staff, he's almost got an Aghanims. And that would be insane. Lina
Fly is
has
605, that is a farmed ass Lina.
He is almost on the same net worth as the Gyrocopter, which is the highest farmed hero on the map for MUFC. Fly is having a fun game.
I don't think it's just Fly that's having a fun game.
So, yeah, you're right. I think Fnatic are pretty happy with themselves over the course of the group stages so far. Showing everybody.
They're going, yeah, showing everyone the strength of Han Trash Dota or something.
Yep, it works
Not
out.
just them, but Think us too.
Yeah, Split Earth comes in. Winter thinking about a Fiend script, but he only wants to use it if he knows that there's gonna be something to follow it up with. Yasha now up on Huntress player.
Looking at the graphs, no, solid 20,000 gold lead and 15,000 experience lead for Fnatic. But one fight can turn that experience all the way around.
If MUFC wins that one fight, yes. Which looks to be a pretty tough thing. And actually, vacuum into wall. Nice cooldown, but not that nice cooldown anymore. Beastmaster will end up going down. Hani gets disrupted to save his life for now. As we see Scrutinized dying. Hani lives. Barely, but he lives. He really wants his heart. 2 for 0. And Winter getting first back.
Hey. They got a free no-tail.
How did they get a free no-tail?
Brain Sap. Bane literally just walked up, cast Brain Sap, and no-tail died.
Nice vacuum into the wall again. That should force a Fnatic back, but they did get the melee rack, so not too bad. 2 for 1 with the kill score, but getting the rack, something that Fnatic is gonna be happy with. To be fair, I mean, Fnatic, they are winning these fights, but it's not as convincing as I would expect them to be. I mean, MUFC, when that Gyrocopter gets some more damage up, I mean, if he gets to cast a flag cannon, that's going to be a lot of damage going down to Fnatic, and they're already dropping fairly low to begin with. They really need a mechanism or something. Actually, Shadow Demon is building towards one right now. No-tail already has the headdress.
But it's been 2 team fights for this Gyro, and that was the first one where he died. But he hasn't been able to pop his BKB and actually get the flag hits off. There have been two pushes, I should say, actually not team fights. This is the first real team fight that happened.
Yeah. And the Giraffes indeed looking pretty desperate for MUFC. And they know that something needs to be changed, so they smoke up. And they'll try to get some gold
desperation
up for
smoke gank, because they need something to happen here.
Yeah, at least they will get the tower.
Look at No-Tail, he threw out a Shadow Poison because he's expecting this. Look at Air, he's playing defensively because he's expecting this.
Everybody missing from the map.
And with No-Tail sitting behind Era, if they initiate on him, disruption happens, then the BKB happens. And with that Hawk getting shown, he knows.
Yeah, in comes the Roar still though. Disruption instantly, TP in from the Weaver. Cooldown still comes, everybody TP's in. BKB's turned on Era, finding himself a target. Ling already dropped FC. Next target, Era in the Fiend script, but there's other people that do the damage. Trixie dominating right now. TP out from the Gyrocopter, but can't do that, and only 1 target left alive on the side of MUFC. It is too fucking good. ABC will be last one to die. That's a team wipe. That's nobody dead. That is a 27 GG called out. Fnatic win themselves the second game over MUFC, and MUFC still have not won a single game in the group stages for the International 3.
that was such an easy bait and such a good bait by Era. Like, he saw the Hawk, he knew exactly what was about to happen to him, and it was just so easy with a Shadow Demon behind him. And MUC was in a position where they were like, okay, we're really screwed right now, so let's just try to make something out of nothing, and that doesn't work. They ended up paying the price, losing all 5, GGing out afterwards, because they knew it was over at that point. Overall, Fnatic's still on a roll. I'm glad we got to cast a game of them.
Yep.
MUC still needs to find something that works for them. They haven't yet. They fall to 0-10 in the group stage, while Fnatic improves to 8-2. So Fnatic solidly in first place. Gotta keep up with the results from the other games
Indeed.
in that group.
And we actually have some time to do that also.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go for a walk or something.
Okay.
Because I need to get up. Can't just sit here for forever.
For you mean sit here for 13 hours? No. Probably not the best
No.
of ideas.
No.
But we are going to have a bit of a break because because of these 2 fast wins for Fnatic, we are a bit ahead of schedule.
Whoa.
Yes.
We've got
it
VP
happens.
versus Rattlesnakes coming up.
Yes, we have. That's going to be happening in about 30 minutes, so stick around for that one. But for now, let's jump ourselves out of this game, and we'll be back with Rattlesnake versus Virtus Pro at 12 midnight for CEST timers. We'll be right back.